Ed, I use he, they pronouns, and I'm a gay, non-binary trans man. I joined RNDA 7 years ago, after moving to London on my own, to finally live as an out gay man. Nobody knew that I was trans. It felt like freedom to go unseen by keeping my walls up. For the first 2 years, I stayed quiet about my past and my future, but that meant I couldn't talk about my present either. I was navigating street harassment, sexual violence, and an abusive medical system. I started to drink too much because it made me forget how impossible my future seemed to be. I was still trying to survive, day by day, and I only knew how to do that on my own. Showing my vulnerability felt like handing people a how-to guide on hurting me. Those walls I built helped me survive, but they didn't keep me safe. They just kept me alone. 5 years ago today, I came on stage for the charity Gala and told everyone who I am. I said, I've been hurt, and I'm still hurting. I'm scared as hell, but I'm here. Please, stand with trans people. It's never been more important. This week, we're reeling from the release of the CAS review, a supposedly balanced and evidence-based report on healthcare for trans youth. They discarded all testimony by trans youth, excluded trans people from the governance board, and chose to work with conversion therapy activists. The report's scientific methodology is hopelessly flawed. Its main purpose is to justify conversion therapy, now branded as exploratory therapy. And the media, both major political parties and Stonewall, currently support it. Whatever the CAS review says, being trans is not an undesirable outcome or a last resort. We are who we are, whether or not we have the words to know it, the support to live it, or, as this report recommends, permission from a doctor to change our names, cut our hair, wear clothes that feel right. My question is this: what changes when we value a trans life equally to a cis life? For me, the answer was everything. 2 days after that speech, I had the first stage of bottom surgery. This procedure is complex, so it's done in 3 or more stages. Mine started with multiple skin grafts, weeks of immobilizing one arm, and 40 staples in my ass. The first time I saw my new dick was at the end of the week in hospital, in a lukewarm shower. I had to cling to it for dear life while a brisk Irish Catholic nurse scrubbed me down. I dyed my hair red for the charity gala that year, and it looked like a waterfall of blood running down my body. But I didn't transition for glamorous finished moments. I never wanted perfection. I transitioned for and through imperfection to live life as it actually is. Even the pain, uncertainty, regret, and loss. My family of origin promised to come take care of me as I recovered, and they didn't. But my family of becoming, my queer family, showed up. Two people in particular, one of whom, Jules, is performing tonight. They cared for me for a month, 24/7. They taught me what it means to choose your family and be chosen by them. They taught me that boundaries help you show others how to love you well. They taught me that I deserve to be loved well. And that's how we, as queer people, have always survived. Today, 5 years later, I've just recovered from my 4th bottom surgery. It was supposed to be the last one. For the first 2 weeks after recovery, it felt like everything I want is finally possible. Then, last weekend, I found out that my erectile implant isn't working and probably needs replacement. I'd initially planned to speak about how, after 6 surgeries and 10 years, my transition was finally over. But that's not true anyway. To move forward in life is to transition over and over again. And that means giving ourselves permission to want better. We We choose to survive, not just to escape pain, but because we see a better future that we deserve right now. There's never going to be a perfect moment. When I get a functional erectile implant, it'll break again, after time and use, hopefully plenty of both. And I'll have to wait for it to be fixed. And some things can't be fixed. They're supposed to break to bring us where we need to be. My family of origin still isn't showing up for me, and I don't know if they ever will. But I'd rather feel the ache of wanting more than the pain of settling for less, walling off what I really want, even from myself, pretending everything is fine. A trans life wasn't my last resort. It's the greatest gift I've ever given myself. I know what all queer people know deep in our bones. I can survive anything as long as I'm not alone. I just have to stand up and own my desires. Even the desires that hurt, that feel impossible, or that are impossible. That's the freedom I survived for. To be me and nothing less.